Hey guys, this is Peter, and well, today I wanted to talk to you about a different KODI solution, one that we hardly ever talk about. We usually talk about this one, the Fire Stick, as being the least expensive way to get into KODI. It is an excellent way if you have Amazon Prime. If you don't, this one may even be better. I was talking to a buddy of mine that I went to school with years and years ago, and he wanted to know, what box should I be getting for KODI? And I said, do you have Amazon Prime? And he said, no, do I need it? And I said, actually, no, you don't. You could get one of these. It's a Raspberry Pi. And as it turns out, he already had one. So Raspberry Pis are great little project boards, and as it turns out, there's two great builds for KODI that already exist for them. They run incredibly well in this little box. This box is so ubiquitous. There's a number of nice cases out there that just fit. Look at this. It just is machined for this. It works like there's no tomorrow. I got port covers that just snap on. It's a beautifully well made case. I got covers for the GPIO pins. So you can use one of these boxes for anything. Talk about a solid solution. Look, you put your operating systems on here. They couldn't be easier. I have one in here. As I said, there's two different builds. This is also a build. To go from one to the other, you pull them out, plug them in, boot to them. Now, how do you get a remote for this? I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Here, it has built-in Wi-Fi. Couldn't be much easier. As far as ease of use, this may be the simplest way to get into KODI. All right, it's already booting. And I just plugged in a keyboard like that. Here, not even going to slow this down. I'm just going to back out a bit, point you up at the screen. There, it's already booted into KODI. And look at this. Here's my remote. Now, works with all my network drive, so I have access to all my movies. Those are all right here. I have access to my music. Well, I guess I don't have it loaded on this particular one. It'll even work with TV tuners, all of that. This has got to be the simplest way. There's no side loading of anything. It just runs beautifully. Let me show you how easy it is to make put the operating system on a card like this from their website. It really couldn't be much easier. Hey, talk about future-proof. Let me just unplug this, pull out the card, plug in the other one. Now, that was a build called OSMC. I really like it. You can skin it two different ways. Let's see. Here's another one. So already booting. This is Libre Elec. Look at this. It's running KODI 17 already. This is pretty neat. As you can see, works with the same remote. This has got to be the easiest way to get into KODI, and one of the least expensive. The fact that you don't have to pay for Prime makes this the least expensive way to get into KODI. And I think a really neat way to do it as well. Let me show you how it is to put on the operating system. I'll see you at my PC.
Hey guys, this is Peter. I'm at my desktop. Let me show you how easy it is to set up the Raspberry Pi with one of these images. It really is easier than you'd think. So just open up a web browser and go to raspberrypi.org. It's that easy. You get a landing page like this. Just click here on Downloads. Now these are all images that'll boot on the Raspberry Pi. Raspbian is very famous, and so are these two. OSMC is just KODI, and so is Libre Elec. It's just enough OS for KODI. So these run incredibly well on the Raspberry Pi. Let's start with this one, OSMC. Look, it takes me to their website, and if you click on Download, you just choose what you have. Well, we have a Raspberry Pi 3 in my case, and I'm going to be installing it from Windows. There we go. And it's already downloading that. And it's already done. Show and folder. There we are. Here's the OSMC installer. As you can see, I've installed it or downloaded it before. But here's today's date, so that's the right one. I'm double clicking on it. When I double click, it always puts something behind. There we go. Now, all it's going to do is ask you what language. I'm choosing English. What would you like to install the OSMC on? Well, I want to install it on the Raspberry Pi 3. That's all I wanted to know. Select a version. I'm going to select the latest version. This is from December. That's it. Hit enter. Where am I going to put it? Well, I'm going to put it on a SD card. Done. I'm using a wireless connection. And I can go ahead and select what kind of network connection I have. You could also do this when you get to your PC, but let's just make it super easy. There we go. I want to put it to my G drive. All right, now I just accept the end user license agreement and off we go. It's going to download it and set up your card for you, and all you got to do is boot to it. It doesn't get much simpler than that. Now, you could go ahead and set up the partition so that it's a proper size so you can make the use of the rest of the card. And that's not a bad idea. But what I'm going to do is just get it up and going, quick and easy. And I actually use the USB ports and my NAS drive for all the extra storage. So it doesn't really matter here. All right, just like that, it is done. Extracting. Boom. Are you sure you want to install OSMC on the device you've selected? It's a good question. Sure. Good, the correct drive is blinking. That's always a moment where you wonder, hey, what's going on? Boom. Done. That easy. Now all I'm going to do is remove it, go plug it in my Raspberry Pi. All right, well, here I am in front of my TV set. I'm going to take that card we've just created on my PC, plug it in, and give this device some power. There. It's already booting. Now, the first time boot, it takes a little bit longer. It's got to set some stuff up. There we go. So those little scan lines you see are an artifact of my camera setting. They don't actually exist here. I'm going to go ahead and change the exposure down a little bit. See if I can minimize those lines. Alright. Now the screen is actually brighter than this, but at least we got rid of those lines. Alright, so here we go. It's installing files. Look at that. All I had to do was follow the directions and simply tell it what I had and where it was going, and it's really doing all the other work. As far as side loading and downloading programs and all of that you have to do with the Amazon Fire Stick, you really don't have to do that with this. It just boots it. It's pretty simple. Alright, you notice that the moniker up here, OSMC, the M looks a little bit funny. If you look at it carefully, it's actually a Pi for Raspberry Pi. It built into the M. Now, this process does take a few minutes. It's probably taken about, it's going to take 4 minutes or so. Well, it's taken about 3 minutes so far. I'm just guesstimating that. But, you know, it seems that it's a little bit slow, but then again, it's hands-off. So it's really just sitting here and waiting. And again, we're talking about under 5 minutes. Alright, so it's installed. Now I imagine it's going to blink and then boot to it. There we go. As predicted, the blink, and I can see some boot text going on behind it. in the upper left-hand corner. There we go. This screen happened in the earlier version too. It doesn't like my TV. I think this particular TV in the garage is 768. It's not a bad TV. And you know what? It works beautifully with this. Ta-da! Alright, so here's what I'm going to show you how to do. On this OSMC, this is your user interface. We can actually go and change this. I'm going to go into settings. It's doing a welcome screen. Alright. I'm going to choose, just for fun, for English. Makes it a little bit faster. And now this is a time zone. This is tricky. I'm in, well, I guess I'm in the Americas. That is loud. Now, I usually have to find Los Angeles, even though I'm not in Los Angeles. I'm not going to fight it. So, there's my name, OSMC. Great. Let's suggest a random name. Reginald. Why not? Let's go ahead. Let's see. Full device via my network. I don't want that, because I don't want other people to have it. So I don't know what to do with it. I'm going to leave it off for now. This is well, it looks like an end user license agreement. I'm going to continue, and now I'm all set up. So I'm going to choose, this is the OSMC interface. It looks quite good. It looks capable. It looks more akin to what they're doing with 17. But for now, I want to stick with the classic. This is called Confluence, and it's the KODI that I'm used to. I'm going to stick with that. But I've already received this newsletter so many times that I'm just going to say, nope, that's it. Enjoy. There we go. Guys, that can't get much easier than that. Look at that. Now we're just dealing with KODI. I'm going to exit this to show you. You should always exit gracefully, by the way. It remembers the settings. Okay, now it's shut down. And now it's going to reboot. Ta-da! Look at that. It just boot nicely into KODI. Now, you're going to set it up exactly the same way you would. You'll notice that there's still a file manager. You can add in the same file manager shortcuts that you have. There's a new setting. It's called My OSMC. And if your Wi-Fi wasn't working, for example, you'd go right here and set up your Wi-Fi. So here, wired is unenabled. Wireless looks like it's working. Yeah, everything's connected. It looks like it's using my network. Everything's set up fine. You'll notice it already has built-in Bluetooth. This is quite a capable little machine. It also can set up all sorts of other things like remotes. I'm just using this remote. It works beautifully. You know what I like about this? When it comes to typing, this thing types incredibly well. And look at this. I can even, where's that button? Right there. It's backlit too. So I have a trackpad built into it. Does that work with this? No, it doesn't. It doesn't even matter that it has a trackpad. Okay, yeah, there is no mouse function built into this version, which is fine. So, setting it up simple. Here, let me show you a simple setup. Everyone asks about my TV tuner. My TV tuner is great. I'm just going to go and find it on my network. I have a whole video on TV tuners. It's going to look for a PVR software. Say you don't have any. That's fine. I'm going to pick one. This is all first time use stuff. I have the HD Home Run. I think it's excellent. I'm simply going to enable that. Let's check for an update real quick. Alright, now here's something important. It's not instantly recognizing everything. See, I don't see a TV button. So everyone writes to me and says, hey, I didn't see it. Well, here. Let's go back to settings. Let's go back to TV. Let's disable what we've enabled and re-enable it. Now that it has a PVR, it's going to go through. Look at that.
found everything. So now when I go back, look at that. I've just configured a TV tuner. I have all these different channels. I'm going to go and take a look at just some of them instead of all channels. I want to look at just my HG channels. And here we go. There's Fox, my local Fox.
Now what's next? Financial guidance while you're mastering life from Chase, so you can.
It looks beautiful, by the way. So, Channel 7, Channel 5, Channel 4, all my Bay Area channels, they all come in.
I'm Chris. This is my greatest, and this is Utah.
That looks pretty beautiful. All right, guys. Well, that's how easy it is to configure one of these Raspberry Pis. Really, an unsung hero for KODI. You can do this inexpensively. You don't need to get Amazon Prime like you do with the Fire Stick. You can do it all yourself, and this will always be a Raspberry Pi.
Hey guys, if you don't mind, I'm going to show you the other one. LibreElec has also done an amazing job. This has always looked promising, but finally it looks really, really good. So again, I'm just going to do a simple setup. I like this new tool. They call it LibreElec USB SD Creator. And all you have to do is download this little thing. Click download. I want it for Windows. Look at it. I've already downloaded it, but it should download again. There it is. It's downloading again. There, it's already done. I'm going to say show in folder. You're going to like this one, I think. Alright, it's saying that my G drive, which I just plugged in a card, it needs some recommended fixing. Alright. Let's see what it's talking about. Here's one. I'm going to put a link down below. It's a SD card formatter. I'm going to hit this up and say, let's take that D drive, let's refresh it. Let's go out and maximize its. I want to format adjust its size. Let's get the whole card back. There, quick's fine. Go ahead and hit that up. Refresh, format. There we go. Now it's a 16 gig card again. Alright. Now what I'm going to do. Alright, here's the new tool. Take a look at this. It's called LibreElec, and all it wants to do, this is just a step. Simple. What version do I want? Well, I can make it for the Odroid, and we've worked with the Odroid before. The Odroid, wonderful piece of hardware, doesn't have built-in Wi-Fi, but you know, it's a great solution. It runs all sorts of things, and you can even set this up for it that way. Raspberry Pi 3 is what I have now. That looks like the right image. I'm going to download that image, and it wants me to point it to it. It's like, huh, okay. Look at that. It just wanted me to select a folder. Easy enough. I put it in a folder called In Here. Yeah, that's a horrible name, just as far as you know. I mean, just to grade myself on that, I give myself an F. Because in the future, I'll be like, In Here. Yeah, great. Download complete. Checks I'm okay. That's all good things for an engineer to hear. So he wants to know where I want to put it. I want to put it on my G drive. It's now 16 gigs. That's fine. Now, if you wanted to really do this well, you'd partition it appropriately. You'd read how big that partition needs to be because you'd want to use the rest of your card. I kind of like making the partition bigger. I really want to use my extra storage elsewhere. By leaving a larger partition, you give it some chance to stay healthy. All right, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and write that image. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Look at this. It's giving me a nice little countdown. It thinks it's going to take 30 seconds. That would be nice. You can see this image size. We're already at 50% and 25 gigs, so it's going to be a, I don't know, 48 gig image or 48 megabyte image. This is crazy small. So Oftentimes we talked about boxes being too small. Hey, you need 2 gigs, you need a minimum of this. When you're in a Linux environment where the programmers have paid attention to the environment they're in and they can write some super tight code, we're already done. I'm just going to hit close. I'm going to meet you over at the box over there at the television, and let's plug this in and see how it works.
All right, we're back now with a different image in hand, or on finger. It's actually not even in hand. It's too small. Here. I'm still running my old image. There, it comes back to life. You should always exit gracefully. That's how all your favorites get remembered, etc., etc. So this is my old version. It's shutting down. There, it's already shut down. It was rebooting. Alright, so there's my old image. I want to keep that special. This is my new image. This is the OSMC. This is the OpenELEC. I'm going to plug power back into this. Grab my remote. Tilt my screen up. Look at that. Oh, the LibreELEC. Sorry. OpenELEC is something completely different. Very similar, but totally different. I recognize that. Alright, so LibreELEC does a nice job. Its open screen looks great. This is its first time boot. And a lot of good messaging up on top. So you can see that it's what it's doing. Obviously it's done. It's rebooting. That's even faster. This is nice. Ta-da! This is simply it. Now, it's asking me what I want it to be called. Do I want to pick a network? Let's connect to it. This is actually beautiful. And with my keyboard, it makes it so easy to do. Configuration, association, and come on, done. Look at that, nice little IP address. So I'm gonna leave this the way it is. Hit next and next. Look at this. We've just booted into KODI. It looks beautiful. It fits the screen amazingly well. Here, I'm going to do what I did last time, show you how quickly. Hey, let me hit back 1 second. This is what's different. Because it's the operating system, this little window is different. Just like we saw in OSMC, it said My OSMC. These are the settings. These are the actual device settings that were necessary in order to make this all work. So in the future, if you have any problems with your network, there you are, your system. I imagine if you had problems with the screen or Bluetooth, it's all here. Let's go back. I'm going to show you how quickly I can set up my keyboard, well, my TV tuner. Appearance. Oh, not appearance. It's something different. This is a different show. TV. Enable. No PVR. Look how fast this is. Enable. No PVR. Okay. Ha! It didn't just guide me there. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's interesting. It's not built in, which is okay. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and add some repos and go find some stuff. Here, let's go to System. There we go. PVR clients. Just want to show you I wasn't giving up on this. I never give up. You just got to keep plugging away. I want to install this. More than just enabling it. I'm actually installing it this time. Now I'm going to go in and enable it. Oh, it already is enabled. Make sure I have the latest version. Ta-da! Alright. Now let's go back to the TV monster. Just showing you I don't give up. TV.
General, enable. I'm hoping it does work and I don't have to give up. Okay, that looked good. I saw a double flash. It might actually be here. There it is. If not, I would disable it and re-enable it. But here's all my channels. It's already set up. Boom. Ooh, it just has an all channel list. Okay, no problem. I guess I can separate them to HD and others by myself. Here's Fox, which is an HD.
Your ability to just walk by a property. Maybe there's some circumstances where we should expand that. That's what.
That was in 720p. Look at this. I think channel 5 comes in 1080. Not that you need to see Judge Judy in 1080.
Amazon.
Correct.
And they caused an investigation.
Judge Judy in 1080. Hey guys, that's it. The Raspberry Pi really should be looked at. In fact, that's what I just recommended to a friend of mine. So that's what I'll recommend to you. Thanks again, guys, for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Be sure to like, subscribe, favorite. Hey, you know what to do. We'll talk to you soon.